Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, of course, the leaked message to the Atlantic journalist. There's several things that I want to cover on that topic. I'm going to spare a lot of you guys the agonizingly mind-numbing absurdity and exaggeration, sensationalizing, and performative act from the media. But I do want you to see some of their reaction because, of course, this has been the most perfect opportunity for them to try to embarrass the administration. And we'll get into more of the significant details as to why this is actually, as much as I hate this expression, a nothing burger. Let's go ahead and hear what ABC has to say.
Secret, sloppy, and now a Senate hearing. The group chat screw-up that's now become a stunning intelligence and security embarrassment. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. It's every journalist's dream to get the ultimate scoop, but for Jeffrey Goldberg of The Atlantic, he says it actually made him extremely nervous.
Honestly, my reaction was, I think I've discovered a massive security breach in the United States national security system.
He says he didn't believe it at first, but what Jeffrey soon discovered was that he was on a text thread with Trump's closest advisors and privy to war plans, a large-scale attack on Yemen on the commercial messaging app Signal. And here's the kicker. Not one of these intelligence experts even noticed that the odd man out was in the chat. Now, it's not just a scoop.
Okay, so they're going to make a big deal about this. First of all, why in the world would a journalist be included in this level of chat unless it was some means for them to get in touch with the media on scoops on stories? And this is why I've always told you guys that the reason the media tries to be nice and plays nice to the current administrations typically is because they want these inside scoops. They want this inside information. Now, I'm going to break down this information for you to kind of illustrate to you what all is unfolding. I know I'm talking kind of in code, but here we have from Fox News, CIA Director Ratcliffe hits back on Dem senators' group chat allegations. I didn't say any of those things, so we see a little bit of that. I moved it forwards to spare all of you guys the mind-numbing nonsense that the Democrats go through when they go through these performative events to embarrass the administration.
Deceitful, highly discredited, a so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes over and over again. Is your testimony that it was appropriate that he was added to this Signal thread?
No, of course not. And
why did you not call?
Hold on, Senator. You're mischaracterizing my testimony.
Good. You answered the question. Let me ask you: when he was added to the thread, you're the CIA director. Why didn't you call out that he was present on the Signal thread?
I don't know if you use Signal messaging app.
I do. Not for classified information, not for targeting,
well, neither
not
do I,
for
Senator.
anything remote.
Neither do I, Senator.
Well, that's what your testimony is today.
It absolutely is not, Senator. Were you not listening at the beginning?
No.
When I said that I was using it as permitted, it is permissible to use.
I agree that's your testimony.
Yeah.
I agree that's your testimony. You asked me if I use it, and I said not for targeting, not for classified information.
And I said I don't either.
I also know Jeff Goldberg. I don't use it to communicate with him. But you thought it was appropriate. By the way, I think he's one of the more outstanding journalists in America.
Okay, so obviously you can see the game that's being played here. So they're being coy, right? I don't send classified information to people across Signal. Of course you don't. That's not what you're going to use it for. And neither did they. That wasn't the intent. He's trying to act as though the intent was to give this information out, or that it was the incompetence of the administration to have leaked this information. But again, Signal, strikes that are going to be in certain locations and these, that, and the other aren't, yeah, it could be considered classified information. But where was all this concern when individuals like Joe Biden had levels of classified information? And we're going to get into that more specifically here in a minute. But you see from Mediaite, excuse me, I didn't pick you. Trump cuts off CNN's Caitlin Collins asking about war plan leaks. Now, of course, in this situation, she's just trying to get more information. But Trump just cuts her off. If you just want to see it, it's mildly amusing.
On both fronts.
Mr. President, you said that your national security advisor learned a lesson after a reporter...
Wait a minute, excuse me, I didn't pick you. Go ahead.
Mr. President,
okay. So that's basically the extent of that. I just thought I would share that. But again, it's just more of them trying to make a big deal out of this situation And, of course, that's what the media is going to do. And then Trump stands by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, despite disclosing military plans, saying he's learned a lesson. Now, here's the same people that ask for transparency. They want to know all what's going on. They constantly want to know when it's going on. Remember when Norman Schwarzkopf and, during the war in the Middle East, the Desert Storm, right at the beginning of it all, and Colin Powell, CNN wanted to sue both Powell and Schwarzkopf for not giving them information about their attacks, about their military plans. It's absolutely absurd. But, well, we can play a little bit of the NBC if you guys just want to hear a little bit of what they have to say here. Let me turn it up.
House has very clearly been trying to downplay all of this. And you spoke on the phone with the president earlier today. What did he say directly?
I did. He called this a glitch. He said it was the only such glitch in his 2 months back in office, essentially saying that this is something that Democrats and his perceived opponents in the media want to hang around his neck for lack of something else to talk about. He defended Mike Waltz. He told me he thought he was a good man who had learned a lesson here. And his general argument was that because these strikes in Yemen, which are apparently ongoing, have been so successful, that there was essentially no real cost to having this accidental inclusion of a reporter here. We may hear more from him today, and I know he's been watching these hearings, or at least be briefed on them, so I don't think that's going to be the last word from the president for long.
So, and I think that's an excellent response, right? Because there isn't like some major mystery being solved here. There isn't any major information that we aren't aware of that's going on with the Houthis and what's going on over there, and strikes and these sorts of things. If nothing else, it does and can provide the enemy with information, but the enemy already knows they're being hit. So that's what's extraordinary. Then, of course, you have a lot of this being discussed across social media. But as I was saying earlier, remember, it says, timely reminder, the same operatives who are blowing up the Signal group chat leak claim that Hillary storing state secrets on a private server in the bathroom and Biden illegally housing state secrets in his garage was no big deal. So again, as we've always talked about, it all depends on who's in office and what the media wants to target. It's not a mystery. And here's my outline here that I had mentioned earlier. It means several things. One, the media shouldn't be included in any group chats, and they shouldn't. Two, the media can't be trusted to exercise restraint. Three, the media will use any advantage they have to embarrass their political opponents, and no innocent person, in other words, no innocent people died as a result, as we saw in the disastrous exit of Afghanistan. Other than bro chat, no major sensitive information was leaked. So, and they go on to try to say no one innocent person, I should have said here, but we can always fix that later. But it is just an opportunity for the media to exaggerate, sensationalize, and kind of just try to embarrass the administration is basically what's happening here. But I welcome your thoughts and comments down in the public section, your particular thoughts on this, because it's just really just an opportunity for the media to just try to embarrass the Trump administration and make a big deal out of nothing. Now, we didn't see this level of intensity when it came to things that Joe Biden did or Hillary Clinton or others. So I'd love to get your thoughts down in the comment. I want to thank all you guys across New Tech, that's BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. And, of course, all you guys now watching on TikTok for your guys' continued support. Of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, where you guys can follow my activity there on X. I appreciate all you guys that have followed me across that, as well as those who order frequently from Amazon or are a Prime member. You guys can use my social media links down below to help out the channel. But, of course, your likes, your shares, and your comments do help out, and it's greatly appreciated. But nonetheless, guys, appearing there on the screen, that's going to be the channel icon. You guys can click on that if you're watching on YouTube specifically. And, of course, select notifications. That we know as content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.